Radio, one of the biggest mediums. No visuals, just audio. But how does it work? Miskin Radio's very own member of staff, Ben Hopkinson, myself, will teach you everything you need to know to get started here at Miskin Radio.
The gateway to your community. Miskin Radio.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of this three-piece tutorial showing you how to run things here at Miskin Radio. First things first, you need to know how to get sound to the output, whether you would be pre-recording your show or going out live. The desk or mixer that you have in front of you has 12 channels, 12 inputs. Although it may seem a lot, it is actually very simple. The first 4 faders are for microphones colour-coded to their respective mic shields: black, yellow, orange and blue. The next fader, which is red, is for the top CD player, which can be found to the right of you. The 4 green faders are for the carts or decks that can be controlled using our playout system, but I will explain how to use Competa in a little bit. The red fader after that is for the second CD player, found below CD player number 1. The first white fader is not in use, as this is an old desk from Studio 1, which has a link to IRN. IRN is a source we use for news and showbiz news at the top of the hour. The final fader is for telephone, which I will cover in a short while. The first 2 rows of buttons found at the top of the desk above the 12 channels or PGM and AUD rarely need to be touched. PGM means that all green buttons above each channel will go out on air, and AUD means that it will be heard in the control room, or what we call the studio. If you are recording a show in Studio 1, which can both be used as a live studio or recording studio, then these will come into use. However, Studio 2 cannot go live, so these buttons are in fact defunct. Monofeed is for the other side of the desk, so that co-presenters and guests can hear what is coming out. And meter select should always be on CR Mon, so that when you PFL or pre-fade listen, the level should pick up. I will explain what that means in a little bit. The level should be around 4 for music and beds, jingles, etc., and around 5 for speech. However, we understand that it's impossible to get it dead on. And this end panel is for the speaker and tech-op headphones. You want to hear what is being recorded, so make sure that it's either set to PGM or AUD. The monitor knob controls the volume of a speaker. You should leave the Auto Cue PFL button highlighted so you can check the levels. The dial below that adjusts the volume for your headphones. Again, the Auto Cue PFL button should be left highlighted so you can check the levels. The button below that, Split Cue PFL, means that you can listen to both PFL and also what is currently playing at the same time. This is split by both your left and right channels in your headphones. Below the AUD row buttons are another set of buttons. The only buttons you need to worry about is the Imp 1 and Imp 2 button above the second red fader for CD2, which allows a bypass through to the auxiliary lead that can be found in a computer to the left of the desk. YouTube and Spotify, among others, all work, but please make sure there are no swear or curse words as per Ofcom's guidelines. Moving further down the desk, and you have an equalizer button. These are above each microphone so you can change how your voice sounds. Each voice is different, so you have to have a fiddle with the high and low frequency dials found. The green dials are trim for when you PFL, and the red is for balance and pan, so that you can adjust which channel, either left or right, the audio will come out of. We now move on to the telephone, which can get confusing, so listen carefully. First of all, you need to dial 9 to get to an outside number, so I'll dial my number. You then need to flick the button to hold, put the telephone down and put the fader up. I mean, if you listen carefully, you might be able to hear my phone ringing in the background. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. So once they're picked up, put the phone back on the hook and talk through the microphone. Once the call is finished, bring the fader back down and flick the switch to release. So moving on to the playout system, which we have is called Competa. It's a very simple piece of software to use. You have 4 carts or decks at the top of the screen where you can drag and drop audio files found scheduled in the blue box, or you can also search in the hotkeys, or the audio library where you can search for specific artists, titles or duration lengths. In the playout system we have music, beds, triple shots, jingles, adverts, promos, just to name a few. If you're looking for a particular song, so for example, let's go for Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran, you literally drag it there and then you've got to PFL using the desk. Once you've found a song, you have to PFL to check the levels. To do this, keep the fader to the bottom and press QPFL. This will not go out or get recorded, and only those in the studio can hear it. The trick is to get to the loudest part and fine tune it either up or down using the green dial. Once you are happy, let it play. On each cart is SEQ, which means sequence, so that you can let the songs run uninterrupted. The next song that will be played will be in this blue box here. The red dump, just below sequence, means to delete the track from that cart. And Q changes the start point, so if you want to chop a beginning off, you can do that, and you can also use the left or right arrows below to fine tune that to get the dead on point. If you click the red playlist button, it shows you the past songs which have just been played. The green live assist button should not be touched unless you're in Studio One and there are no presenters following you after. The hotkeys button is a menu that shows quick links for audio files, but can also be achieved by searching on the audio library. Do not press record start because it doesn't work. In order to record a show, head into Adobe Audition on the other computer on the left of you, press record and give your show a name and destination folder.
Miskin Radio, #1 live online.
So there you have it, a simple tutorial on how to use the equipment and software here at Miskin Radio. It's not that confusing after all, is it, really? Just remember to pull all the faders down once you're finished. Join us next time when I'll run through how to successfully use and operate the microphones here in the studios. And if you require more information, then get in contact. Email info@miskinradio.co.uk.